This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 827, Divination and Devaluation and Double XP Live. Enjoy. It's Dailies and Distractions and Diversions week here, D&D&D week.
Yep.
Part of Awesome April.
Mm-hmm.
And
also, alliteration spring?
Yeah.
I guess that isn't the same.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about what's in front of us first or what's not in front of us at this time?
I was just going to ask you, do you know what's better than double Ds?
3 Ds.
Triple Ds, that's correct.
That's what we got this week.
Right.
And I feel as though this coming off of Combat Week is the equivalent of air being let out of a balloon.
I mean, you say that, but where can you, so when you're trying to plan this out, right, and you know that, okay, one of these weeks we want to dedicate to distractions and diversions and another and dailies. No matter where you put it, aren't you going to feel that way? Like, I don't know if it could, like, wherever it was,
I maybe would have
I don't
started
think you'd
with
have the
this
same
one.
height. Could have been, I mean, that may have been a good choice, but at the same time, you want to get it up and running, and you want to get some excitement.
And Skilling Week was good to do that. I think Combat Week was appreciated by everybody. I'll talk about that later. But in terms of what we have with this, you got a player-owned ports boost, an extra 10 voyages a day for 25 total, 30% more resources or trade goods, and with that as well, the Barmaid Special Voyage will be available throughout the weekend as well on Thursday this week. And, you know...
Well, but think about that, Shane. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking just about this little, just a little ports.
About ports?
Yeah, just a little ports part of this. And I'm like, now I'm, Big Max player, whatever. I don't think about ports as much. I have everything that, I want from there.
Yes.
But ports is really important in those mid.
Yeah, in the 70 to 90 range.
Right, like ports,
because you can go there as soon as you get that first 90 skill.
Yeah, it's actually, it actually is pretty good.
Yeah, and we far too often hear at this show, and I think this is due to our own perspectives here, but far too often we look at this through the lens of what we're doing today. But in reality, like you say, and I was so fortunate to have one of our listeners bring this up to me and had a good discussion with him about 10 days ago on this. And I think he's going to come on the show at some point in the future as well on a Ninja Strike themed week, just to kind of spread our wings a bit with this. But in general, you have to look at what you get from ports. It unlocks level 85 tank armor. It also unlocks level 85 weapons that you can make with skilling that you don't need to go out there and kill any bosses with. And for me, for the longest time, these were the staples of my Slayer equipment.
Yeah, they're decent.
They're very good.
Well, yeah, and you throw some Slayer perks on them, and you're good to go for a while.
Yeah.
And not just Slayer. I know power armor's the thing, but this is what I wore bossing for a long time because I am interested in survivability, right? And there was nothing wrong with the good old ports armor, I don't know if it just holds a special place, but you get the weapons. I can remember a time when if you were, really into it, you were making Death Lotus darts on your offhand.
And those are still very good to disassemble as well.
Right.
For components if you're higher leveled. And, even if you are still higher level, the trade goods are still good because you can trade them around inside ports from the trader for other things that might be more interesting. And, some of the best foods in the game, rocktail soup, sailfish soup. You need the spices from ports as well with that.
And
so
scrimshaws
as well that you can sell.
There's not a skill. Well, I don't want to say that because I'm sure there is a skill, but there aren't too many skills that you can't enhance with Scrimshaw.
Right. I know the woodcutting one is really important for Iron Men.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have to look at this one, I guess, on the macro view compared to the micro view as you did with the last two, as these are, enhancing your play experience over the entire week and over the entire month, perhaps, as well, in terms of what you're able to achieve with it. So let's just keep that in mind as we go on. So thank you so much for bringing that up. And we hear you guys out there on this, and this is a very important reports update. Double daily Viswax.
Oh man, that's a good one. How you like that, Iron Man? Hey,
yeah, this
Iron
is
Man?
actually available to Iron Man accounts.
Yeah, well, and that's a really remember that came up in discussion about what Iron Man kind of were losing out on during the lockout.
And this is a daily
So
thing.
to double that's good. That's cool.
Yeah. Free daily challenge extensions.
Nice.
Yeah.
Save you a little bit of wax right there.
Yeah. I've actually been doing Dungeoneering ones this week with this.
You're not 120 yet, Shane?
What kind of question is that?
No, for real? Like, I thought you were 120.
No,
Okay.
I'm just closing in on 115.
Okay.
Yeah. I hate the skill.
Well, do your challenges then.
And with that, you also get extra D&D rewards and tickets this week, which means you can fight Bork twice a day, enter the Phoenix Lair twice a day, explore sinkholes 3 times a day, and there's a little interesting gotcha with this. If you use a D&D token with this means you can do 6 sinkholes a day.
Oh, man. Why aren't you doing sinkholes all day, Shane?
I have been, except for yesterday when I forgot, but... But I have been. Yeah. It's to a point where you're not going to be able to get it done in one sinkhole session. You're going to have to spread it out through the entire day with this. 3...
Yeah.
Or no, maybe it's only 5. I think it's 5 because the other one only resets to 2. So, but still...
That's really good.
5 sinkholes a day.
Yeah, that's really good.
And I was surprised that it wasn't 4. I just kept going on that. Play the Big Chinchompa 3 times a day. Fish Flingers, 3 tickets per day up to a cap of 10. 3 Evil Trees a day. And plus the daily Guthixian cash cap is now 300 for those who train divination that way.
Oh, those who train divination. Huh? Those who train divination.
Yeah, and it's important to note
funny.
that these ones that we just went over are not available to Iron Man.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Not for you.
Now available to Iron Man for the player-owned farm, you'll get double beans, increased animal sales caps, healthy animals cannot become diseased, animals will consume half as much food, double produce for each animal, and Trappers awards double the animals. Adamantite the Trapper.
That's pretty good.
And as well, double shop stock for all items that are usually restocked at midnight. This includes feathers and feather packs from all fishing shops, water jug packs, yak hides and yak hide packs, broad arrows and broad arrow heads, as well as unfinished broad bolts and slayer gem packs.
What?
Plant pot packs from all farm shops, all runes from rune shops, Urzile, Agoon, Arguay, Shengo, and Samadin seeds from Papa Mambo's shop. See, and this is another thing I should have been stocking up on.
Smart.
Those ones.
This is smart.
You want to stock up on those. And raw rabbit, raw beef, raw bird meat, and the associated packs for those from the Uglog shop, and all stock from the Anachronia gem shop.
See, we come in here and we're like, we're not really all that excited. But there's really actually a lot to be excited about. I don't get it. But think about it, like, this is actually really smart to have a week before double XP, and you can get more yak hides, you can get more broadheads, you can get more, like, all of this stuff that
and there's a reason why double XP starts on Monday with this, rather than waiting until mid-May.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I mean, I just don't think it's I still don't think it's as flashy as Combat Week, but we've just outlined the case for why you're going to want to go and, take part in these things if you don't normally do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I think we've made the case for it. Personally, I just feel it's less flashy. The things that stand out to me, of course, are the herb seeds, the meat, because I'm still working on the dinosaur log. Player-owned farm stuff is great. Port stuff, I think, is a highlight if you are working to finish off your port or you're just getting started. And, of course, for people who are dungeoneering averse like this is also good for us as well. So, you can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe or leave a comment.